Hi, I'm Isabella Boylston, and I'm a principal dancer at American Ballet Theatre. Little violin action. Well, yeah, I think they achieved their goal of creating a fusion dance. Is that some coffee grinders, ballroom, little jazz chasse, a cabriole, which is a ballet move. That's when you jump up and beat your legs together in the air. The coffee grinder. You're down on the ground and then you send your leg around and jump over your own leg, basically. It is actually really common for us to dance in heels. What's amazing about ballet is it gives you such crazy control of your body. So I think that makes us pretty versatile. Basically, you'll just rehearse in whatever you're gonna wear. This is a pas de deux, where there's two people dancing together. Like a duet, basically. When you're really synced up with somebody, it's the best feeling ever. I would say chemistry is very important. It's also something that you can fake because you're a professional. You just have to work a little harder, I guess. One thing that also helps is time with a partnership. I've noticed there are dancers now that I've been paired with for 10 years, and that's amazing because you get so comfortable with each other. It just becomes really intuitive.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
My God. It seems a little high budget for most dance academies. It's just very Hollywood, and they used top-level dancers, so the dance scenes are really well executed. So good. That dancer Ethan Stiefel, Cooper Nielsen in the movie, he's one of my all-time favorite dancers. Him and Sasha Radetsky, also Charlie, they're both just phenomenal dancers. Super fun to watch. Oh my God, the tutu reveal. That's amazing. It's pretty typical. A lot of ballets have costume change elements that happen either on stage or off stage. But yeah, tearaway tutu, that really is iconic. That's called a bourrée. When you go up on point and your feet are shimmering, it's a staple of classical ballet. Makes it look like you're skimming the floor and floating. It's very ethereal. They appear to be classically trained ballet dancers. The choreography is definitely incorporating modern and jazz. Ballet has very shaped positions of the arms. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically everything that we do in ballet, you're always going through those positions. They're not doing traditional ballet positions. Those women are not wearing point shoes. They're just wearing flat shoes. The more featured ones are on point. I've worn flat shoes for more contemporary ballet, especially the juxtaposition of the more classical movements in front and then the more modern group dance in the back. Ballet is really edgy in that it's extreme physical expression of emotions and music. The virtuosity of ballet, when combined with another virtuosic artist, it's a really good match, especially when they get real ballet dancers to do it.
Start again.
I think that's kind of unlikely. They don't really have time for you to be starting over again. You kind of just get that one shot and really hope you're on that day. Oh, they're bored. So fierce. So iconic. This looks like jazz ballet-ish. This is definitely not strictly ballet. Leg warmers are not just a cliche. We wear them all the time. In order to not get injured, you have to be so warm all the time. And so that's why we wear so many layers. Also, love the director or whoever smoking a cigar in the studio. Can't do that anymore. What she's doing right now, that's called a piqué manège. You're pushing off of your left leg and you do, I don't know, so many piqués. By the end of the Black Swan pas de deux, you cannot feel your left calf because everything's just on that leg. They did an amazing job researching the dance elements. The ballet is called Swan Lake. In the ballet, the same ballerina plays two different characters, it's so fun because it's this dual role. You have the white swan, ODETTE, who's very pure and passionate and soulful, and then you get to play the black swan later in the ballet, who's super flashy and sexy and evil and does these incredible virtuosic feats. So yeah, it's the ultimate challenge for a ballerina to play the two roles. Music's amazing. Tchaikovsky. So this music is the music for the coda of Black Swan, where you do the iconic 32 fouettes, which is you stay on that one leg and do 32 revolutions. I think Swan Lake is still my hardest ballet. It's a career-long journey. Actually, Natalie's dance double is a dancer with American Ballet Theatre as well, Sarah Lane. I think you can tell that Natalie did do a lot of work to study ballet and get in shape and get into the psyche of a dancer. But yeah, you can definitely tell when it is Sarah, the double, dancing. It would be super annoying to dance with wings on your arms. It would also make the partnering impossible. You'd be slapping your partner with a wing. We wear a tutu that has feather inspired and featherish things on your head. In ballet, I love to see the body. Ballet's all about lines. You want to have long extended lines, and you don't want anything to be cutting and breaking your line. In Swan Lake, there's a special technique that you have to work on with your arms where you emulate the swan with your actual arms. I think Black Swan's an amazing horror film, and it's a fantasy. It's not a documentary about what it's like to be a dancer. It's not that interesting to watch the movie about the happy, well-adjusted ballet dancer. It's more interesting to watch a movie about, someone who's falling apart or unhinged. It's important to remember that ballet dancers are world-class athletes, and in order to do that, you have to just take care of yourself. Oh, I know that dancer from Instagram. I've seen water on stage before. It looks like it was inspired by a dance film that I saw from a few years ago, a similar wet look. So it's a lot more grounded, a lot more plie, which is bent legs into the ground. Yeah, you can tell that she has beautiful lines. It's super impressive that he's not a dancer. He definitely looks like it. He's ripped. Looks like he's been working out. The partnering mainly involves her using his body to hold her own weight up, so the partnering is almost more coming from her, which probably made it easier for him to execute as not a professional dancer, but it looks really good. Makes ballet more accessible to a new audience, and obviously they used a professional dancer and made something really beautiful.
I get it.
Oh, did Carly Rae Jepsen do the music? I am obsessed with Carly. Oh my God, I love this song. They wanted to cut to the feeling in the 1880s.
That really is my girlfriend.
That's what my husband says when I'm up there. Yes, layouts. That was really cute. I'm feeling the white tights with the red shoes. Very festive. Those animated ballerinas had major style. They were really like bending with their bodies and like leaving their head back. Just very full-bodied movement, not stiff and rigid. They must have based that off of a real dancer, I would imagine. They're really flexible too, like more than me. I love to see that when I go to a performance, and I think they definitely captured that. Must have been the inspiration from Carly. And at the time of the 19th century, I would think ballet was purely to classical music. I think nowadays people are used to seeing like ballet to pop music or anything. It's definitely modern dance. It's not classical ballet, but I think a lot of modern dance techniques, like there is like a real classical rigor to that training. So yeah, it might look casual or abstract, but there's actually so much training that went into that as well. It looks to me as though they had a dance double for her for some of them, like this solo. I don't think someone who wasn't trained for many years in dance could execute it like that. You can't become a concert pianist in 6 months, so why would you think that you could become a classical ballerina in 6 months when, you know, we've been training our whole lives for this, and it's still hard for us. One thing also that I related to in this movie was the dancers pushing themselves to the brink. I do shows and it is just sheer willpower to get through it. Basically the curtains come down and then I've been like throwing up in the trash on the side from exertion. Stuff I've rehearsed a ton is still, even for the best dancers in the world, it is a true challenge to get through the classics. The choreographer did a really good job making really like hard shapes to kind of depict that aggressive witchcraft. What I did like about Suspiria was the idea of how dancing could be used to like cast a spell or like invoke power, because I think that is definitely something I've experienced in, you know, when you really find your flow in a performance. It feels like tapping into something like a greater power. I loved that. And then it got real weird. I think they did a great job. They obviously like did their research and were very respectful. Yeah, so I was actually Jennifer Lawrence's dance double in the movie Red Sparrow. That's my dancing. So this is like on YouTube now. I haven't seen this since like the movie came out. Oh my God, it's so nasty. Oh, this was inspired by The Firebird, which is a great ballet and a role that I've done a lot. And the music is by Stravinsky. It's a Russian folktale, and it's about the Firebird is a mythical creature, basically ends up like giving a feather to this guy that she meets in the forest. You can see I do like fluttering hand movements that I think evoke bird imagery. One move that you can see is called an entrechatsis, which is where you jump up and you beat your feet. You jump, it's like a fluttering move with your feet. That's an arabesque. It's a very famous ballet move. It's when you like lift your back leg. I mean, it's more technical than that, but gink. That's a grand jeté. You could do it partnered, like there, it's a partnered grand jeté. Jennifer Lawrence did like train for a few months, and she basically had to like learn the choreography. We would alternate takes, so I would do it, and then she would go just to have her arms and head like in the positions where they needed to be. She definitely had to like go outside of her comfort zone, but she like took it all in stride and was super like, fun to work with. That is grotesque. So they had a prosthetic leg. Both of us did that shot to just seamlessly get it all. It's literally every dancer's worst nightmare. So yeah, it definitely made me a little squeamish. I have never heard of that happening in a show. I have seen some pretty heart-wrenching injuries go down in stage. I've seen people tear their ACL. I've seen calf tears, subluxed knee, shoulder, blown out ankle ligaments. It's more common for dancers to have overuse injuries. Dancers are really bad at taking time off when they need to. It was really fun seeing like the making of a movie. The tutu was so beautiful. I had like 3 brand new tutus in case anything happened to the one. The costume budget was a little different than what we're working with at the ballet. The discipline that you need to be a dancer would probably serve you really well as a spy. I'm not a spy, not yet. Maybe when I retire. Career transitions for dancers.